Hi guys, it's Katie, and today I'm going to be customizing some Air Force Ones and rambling. Actually, let me make sure these are actually Air Force Ones. It'd be kind of awkward if they weren't. So I really wanted to customize these shoes. I thought it'd be super fun to create a more unique style shoe than just plain white, because I already have some plain white shoes. I did not buy these brand new. I'm not that rich. I just got them off of somebody who was selling them used. I'm also gonna be talking about some topics that you guys suggested, so let's get started. All right, so first thing we're gonna start doing is cleaning my shoes. They were actually surprisingly very clean when I got them, but we're just gonna clean off some parts of it that aren't as clean with this paper towel, nothing too crazy. I'm actually gonna take out the laces of these too because I want to not get any paint on the laces. I still want the laces to be white. Hopefully I can figure out how to get these re-tied up. All right, so while I do this, we're going to start getting into topics that you guys gave me. So we're gonna start on Instagram. If you're not following me, it's at @KatieFaithOfficial. Okay, so the first one is a show you like or dislike. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about TV shows and my opinion on them, I guess. So I've never in my life been a big TV watcher, which is probably unusual. And it's not because I didn't like TV necessarily, but I just was never somebody who would just turn on the TV and have a channel on. We didn't have cable TV, and if we did, it was a long time ago and I don't remember really watching it. So I wasn't the kind of kid that would turn on Disney Channel or something at 8 p.m. to watch their favorite show. Then when I got a little older and we got Netflix and stuff, and I started watching some shows that were on there. And some main shows that I got into when I was younger were Good Luck Charlie. I did Jessie, Liv and Maddie, it's the albino squirrel, hey. So yeah, mostly just Disney Channel shows, to be honest. And really that was all I really watched. And then I got into YouTube, and that's when I really stopped watching shows. Nowadays, I, again, really don't watch TV, but I am into one show right now called Cruel Summer. But yeah, I'm watching Cruel Summer right now, and I'm really into it. It's very good. But I don't know, I'm not a big TV show person, so that was a roundabout way of saying that I don't really watch TV. All right, so this is what they look like, all cleaned and prepped. Now we gotta start painting. So I'm not using the Angelus paints I think you're supposed to use. I'm using this fabric paints because that's what I have. I really wanna do a blue design. So I got a little thing, paintbrush, and I've taped off the sole of this shoe. I'm gonna start with this one. We're just gonna go for it. So we're just pouring out some colors, mixing a lighter color. We're gonna do a darker blue and a lighter blue. Okay, we're just gonna go for it, here we go. Go. We're painting, folks. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next topic. I got asked this, and every single, I don't know why everybody's so interested in this. Everybody wants to hear me talk about periods, but to talk about periods, I don't really have much of a say on the topic, other than they're really annoying and I hate them. There isn't really much else to say, I don't really think. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to another topic. This person asks about YouTubers, maybe something like overrated YouTubers or YouTube nepotism. Don't actually know what that means. I'm just gonna answer the overrated YouTubers part of the question. I honestly have a really hard time naming a YouTuber as overrated because I think that some person can enjoy every single YouTuber, not every, most YouTubers that exist. Of course, there are some YouTubers that I personally think are kind of messed up, shouldn't exist, different family vlog situations, but I don't think I can really think of any channel that I just genuinely don't like and I just think this is just overrated, nobody should watch this, because obviously they have this amount of subscribers for a reason. Obviously they're doing something right, although there are some people who definitely use their power or fame in a very negative way, and it affects others and it's not healthy or good. So in that way, there are some YouTubers that maybe don't deserve what they have. Okay guys, we are moving on to the swish. And I will have to say, I've started it, but this paint is very thin, this color. So I might have to go over with a lot of coats on it. Uh-oh, I've made an error. No. I think we have mostly fixed this. Okay, so another one on my Instagram is your channel in general, goals, growth, video ideas, change, etc. So I have lots of video ideas, lots of potential for growth, and lots of things coming. Oh my gosh, how did I mess this up again? Over the summer. However, I know that time for me is gonna be very limited because I am crazy busy this summer. My schedule is stresses me out looking at it. As it relates to growth to my channel, my growth has not been very good recently at all. But also I know that YouTube growth comes in waves. And right now I'm experiencing a plateau where there really isn't much growth. Part of that probably has to do with the fact that I have not done a Create This Book 2 episode in a while. And guys, I'm telling you, it's officially for sure happening soon. I have a date for it. There's a date that's coming out. Honestly, I'm just so happy to have the platform that I do. It's way bigger than a lot of people's, and I'm so happy with the progress I've made over this year. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything with my channel. YouTube in general, I've been really loving watching YouTube recently. A lot of people are like, YouTube's been dry recently. I disagree. I think YouTube has been great recently. Although the ads have been getting really annoying, YouTube in general is great. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Got both the swooshes one coated on this too. Some people are asking about track, like how do you get better stamina or go faster? And I think it's really funny that you asked me that because I'm definitely not the person to ask. I am not very good at track. I do track mostly just for fun, to be honest, and the people. I have a lot of friends that do track, so I just do track with them. And I'm not very good at it, nor do I really care that much about how well I do. Well, okay, I say that, but I also get like overly competitive with it sometimes, but I try not to care. My advice for like doing better at any running sport is really just to keep working out and practicing as much as you can. So just whenever you can, just put in miles. If you're trying to do like longer distance track, definitely make sure you put your all into your workouts. Don't just chicken out and not do anything. Racing is difficult. Racing is stressful. I know sometimes I'm just like, why does track even exist? Like, who came up with this? My favorite thing to do, and that is to put your earbuds in and then just go out on an 8-mile run. And that may seem really far. If that's like really far for you, then pick something a little bit shorter, like a 4-mile or a 6-mile run, and play a really good podcast or like your favorite playlist and just vibe. Just be there in the moment, relax, and you're not thinking about how fast you're going or where you're going, and that will help you increase your stamina so much. Also though, make sure you know how to recover. That's one thing that a lot of people are not very good at, and that is taking time to rest. Don't run more than one workout in a day, you crazy. Do your workouts, and then come home and relax. Ice your foot, make sure you don't get injured. All of these are things that are super important and will help you run faster in the long run. A lot of people wanted me to talk about mental health, and that is a huge topic, and I think everybody needs to go into this knowing that they need to take my word with a grain of salt, because I am not expert on this at all. I'm just going off of whatever my experience has been with mental health. I'm not really going to get into personally my whole mental health experience, but I will say that whatever you're going through mental health related, you are amazing, you are strong, and you got this. I know that this year, and mostly last year, has brought about a lot of struggle. That is totally understandable, because we literally went through a freaking pandemic. Like, what the heck? Like, that was not in the cards for last year, but it decided to come instead. Anyways, my heart goes out to you. It's hard to just like talk about this generally without like specific questions to answer related to it. Personally, I've never dealt with depression, so I don't really know how to give really great advice on that. But to anybody that's dealing with anxiety, I have dealt with that before, and my heart goes out to you guys, and I will give you guys a few tips that I have dealing with anxiety and panic disorder. And so I'm gonna talk a little bit, trigger warning, I'm gonna talk about like panic attacks. So there's a few things I have for like helping yourself through panic attacks, but it's so hard to give advice on because it's so different for every person. A panic attack is never the same between two different people, but I'm just gonna give you guys some tips that I think really help for almost everybody. These tips could probably help. Number one is to acknowledge that you're having a panic attack. This was a big thing for me. Once you accept the fact that this is not whatever you're fearing about, then you can take action. Sometimes it's really hard to recognize it. Sometimes you're like conscious enough that it's something that you can do. If you want to tell somebody that you know that's really dear to you, if you have a panic disorder, tell them what your triggers are and say, if this ever starts happening to me and I ever start looking like I really need help, then tell them you are having a panic attack. Because people have done that to me, and that has really, really saved me in certain situations. So, okay, we're back, fresh battery. My second tip for panic attacks is to put on a comforting video or show. For some people that might be like playing music. For some people that may be like turning on a old comforting show that you've seen. Like if it's like one of those shows you've seen all the episodes, you know what's gonna happen, you just need to chill. My third thing is to do breathing techniques. I don't really have a specific technique that I use. I just like to take big, deep breaths. That can be very helpful to some people in certain situations. Also, eating a healthy, comforting snack. Something that might be comforting but not healthy is like ice cream, but it might not be the best like for your stomach. And if you're in a panic attack situation where you really don't want to feel like sick, that might not be the best idea. So you can pick something that's still comforting to you, but a little bit more healthy, such as a smoothie or a granola bar. I don't know. This is just stuff that I have in my house. Just find something that kind of calms you down and will fill your stomach without making your stomach upset, and that is just going to be a really good thing to help you. So those are the tips, all of the tips I'm going to talk about. I have tons more, but a lot of them are more specific to me, so I don't want to give, hard for me to give general advice. But with that being said, I think I'm going to stop talking and keep painting, and I'm going to check up with you guys when I'm finished painting these shoes. So here's what the final shoes ended up looking like. I'm in love with these, and I think the paint actually worked really well on them. I'm super excited to wear these around, and I'm so proud of how they turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Here's the shout out from the last video. Thank you so much for watching and commenting. If you want to be a shout out next week, all you gotta do is comment down below or DM me on my Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on Saturday for another video. Bye!